Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
A crash on the north side leaves a young man dead. What we've learned about this incident.
22 states are now reporting a rise in COVID infections. I'm ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. What's behind this latest surge? Coming up.
And taking a look outside with live cam, it's time to grab those jackets again. We are at 50 degrees.
And good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It is November 12th.
Happy Friday. Thanks for joining us. And I was excited to grab the jacket again.
Yeah, it's notably cooler out there this morning. You probably will need a coat. And the weird thing this morning for me, Mike, is driving in from far north side. Usually it gets warmer as I head towards downtown. It actually got cooler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's speaking about cooler, it's cold in the hill country. I mean, it's just downright cold. So, yeah, grab a jacket. You won't need it this afternoon. However, if you are going to be out later on this afternoon and then staying out into the evening hours, make sure you got a coat with you because it's going to cool off very quickly. So 37 Bernie Stage. That's the cold spot as of right now. 50 out there at the airport, 46 in Helotes, and we've got really, really dry air. So we're going to be seeing temperatures, I think, here in town actually dropping down a couple of more notches, and dew points are kind of close to the actual air temperatures. So you probably won't drop down that much more out there in parts of the hill country. But yes, just long story short, grab a coat, and mold is on the low side. We are going to have just an absolutely fantastic day today. Temperature going for 48 here in town. It's all said and done, clear and cold. Plenty of sunshine throughout the day. 77 for a high temperature. Just absolutely beautiful. Actually, a little bit above normal for a high temperature later on today. And talk about taking coats tonight. Kickoff right around 66. A lot of playoff games tonight. And by halftime, down in the mid 50s. It's going to be chilly. Another fantastic weekend is in store. Will it last then into next week? Getting greedy here. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Thanks, Mike. New this morning, one man is dead after a crash on the city's north side. Jonathan Cotto joins us live. And Jonathan, has the victim been identified yet?
Good morning, Stephanie. And yes, the victim in that deadly crash has been identified as 20-year-old Caleb Crochunas. Now, let's take a look at what that scene looked like. San Antonio police responding to this intersection on Braesview and Northwest Military. That's on the city's north side shortly after 6 p.m. yesterday evening. Now, police say a driver of a pickup truck was making a turn into the intersection when he hit Crochunas. He was on a motorcycle from behind. Now, Crochunas was thrown off the bike. Police say he died at the scene. Now, Mark, Stephanie, early reports do not suggest anything criminal about this case. They are just now calling it an unfortunate situation. But it is important to mention that the driver of that pickup truck did stop. This case remains under investigation. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
A ninth person has died from the Asteroid Music Festival. The young woman had been in the hospital for nearly a week. 22-year-old Barty Suhani was a Texas A&M student and at the music festival with her cousin. She passed away from her injuries she sustained during the chaos. Suhani's family says the medical staff let them stay in her hospital room until the very end.
I was there with her. I was holding her hand, and once that happened, the next time I saw her, she was in the ER, unconscious on a ventilator.
A 9-year-old boy still hospitalized in critical condition. At least 58 lawsuits have now been filed in connection with the festival incident. Rapper Travis Scott's attorney is blasting finger pointing and inconsistencies by Houston city officials. An investigation is underway by Houston police as to what exactly triggered the concert to take that deadly turn. 80 morning headlines. Nearly half of states now reporting an uptick in coronavirus cases. Health officials attribute this latest surge to unvaccinated Americans and to more gatherings indoors as the weather turns colder.
ABC's Elizabeth Schulze reports these COVID hotspots across the country could be a troubling sign for the winter months ahead.
For the first time in months, new COVID cases nationwide are on the rise, with 22 states reporting a surge in infections.
Our hospitals and ICUs are filling up with patients who are going on ventilators.
Hospitalizations up in 14 states, from Colorado to Michigan to Vermont. Low on ICU beds, some hospitals are rationing care.
The patients of New Mexico that need the care most will receive the care during this time of unprecedented volume.
Health experts say this latest surge is fueled by unvaccinated Americans, waning immunity from the vaccine, and colder weather as more people gather indoors.
With people starting to make plans for the holidays to get together, I think it's an important time just to let everyone know that we've got to stay vigilant.
Officials in Colorado and California are now encouraging every adult to get a COVID booster, though U.S. health officials haven't given it the okay. Many are still resisting the shots altogether. Overnight, during an anti-vaccine mandate protest at the Golden Gate Bridge, at least 5 people were injured in a car crash. More than 107 million Americans remain unvaccinated. Maddie Akia was among them when she got COVID. She's now on a ventilator, struggling to breathe.
It's horrible. Sorry. I just see my wife as this really strong woman and seeing her so weak and struggling. It's something I wouldn't ever wish upon anybody.
The CDC reports the daily death toll from COVID is hovering around 1,000 deaths per day. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
Now it is 4:36, about 49 degrees.
And coming up on GMSA, high school football playoffs have kicked off. We're going to have highlights and scores from last night.
The Cowboys losing Gregory for at least 3 weeks. We have the latest on his condition.
And taking a look outside with live cam, we are starting at 49 degrees. Very chilly out there, but we're looking toward a nice weekend.
Pro football coverage powered by Davis Law Firm.
Gregory of the Cowboys, out multiple weeks, has now been placed on injured reserve after suffering a calf injury during practice Wednesday. That means he'll have to miss at least 3 games. Head coach Mike McCarthy says the injury occurred during one-on-one pass drills and is similar to the one quarterback Dak Prescott suffered at the end of the overtime victory over the Patriots 3 weeks ago. One report indicates an MRI shows it's a minor strain, but still he'll miss at least 3 weeks now. So what did Dak tell his teammate about the recovery process?
I just told him he'll be fine. I mean, I know the way Randy takes care of his body and handles his business, so he'll get over it in time being, and we're going to support him. But just for the defense, guys know that they have to step up. That leaves an opportunity for some young guys to come in, make some big plays. I'm sure those guys are itching to do exactly that.
Up next for the Cowboys, Atlanta Falcons in Arlington at noon on Sunday. The Kennedy High School Rockets back in the postseason for the first time since 2009, taking on Southwest at Dragon Stadium last night to kick off the playoffs. Dragons would score first from the Kennedy 35-yard line. Play action pass from Nathan Gomez, who is airing it out to Hippolito Salazar, all alone at the goal line. Blown coverage, great pass. Catch gives the Dragons a 7-0 lead. It would be the Southwest Dragons that advance in the Class 5A Division I playoffs with a win over Kennedy 27-12. Let's take a look at some of the other scores from last night. Pflugerville wins over Veterans Memorial 63-28. Manor over Seguin 35-14. Bernie over Canyon Lake 28-21. Yorktown over Sabinal Big 62-20. Natalia 35, Taft 7, Rockport Fulton 60, Hondo 17, and those just a few scores from last night's action. Head to KSAT.com for all scores and highlights from your Thursday night. And the first round of playoffs continues today. You can catch highlights tonight of the Night Beat and also stay up and watch our BGC up to date with the BGC app.
And time now, 4:41 and 49 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA, some new movies coming out today to watch on Netflix and Disney+.
And TVs are always a hot holiday item, but with the supply shortage, there are some things you need to know if you're looking to buy one now. Details after the break.
And if a new TV is on your holiday shopping list, you're probably planning to wait until Black Friday to buy it. But as 12 on your sides, Marilyn Morris explains there are some things you need to know to get the best deal and to have it arrive in time for Christmas.
Shipping delays and supply chain snags mean holiday shopping may be a little different this year. One thing that hasn't changed, not every holiday sale is as good as it looks. So if you're shopping for a TV,
beware of those bargain basement prices on TVs from lesser known brands.
Consumer Reports crunched the numbers on 3 years of ratings and found that models from major brands like LG, Samsung, and Sony tend to perform better. If you shop the holiday sales wisely, you may not have to pay much more to get a better television. That's because Black Friday is often when older models and TVs made specifically for Black Friday have the deepest discounts. Just be sure they have the features you want. Another way to save this year? Go big.
We expect to see the biggest price cuts on larger TVs, say 65 inches and above.
Go online to compare prices. Consumer Reports lists prices for all of the TVs in their ratings. You can also check out Google Shopping, Price Grabber, and Shopzilla. If you're shopping in store, you can use phone apps like BuyVia, Shopkick, ShopSavvy, and Shopular. Just scan the barcodes or QR codes to compare prices and score coupons.
If you see an early deal you like, jump on it now.
Analysts say it's a good idea to shop early, not just because the sales are starting sooner, but because some inventory could run low. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Mike brought up a great point. Make sure you measure whatever cabinet your TV is sitting on before you decide to upgrade, especially size-wise.
Right, it might not fit, or even the space on your wall.
Absolutely, or the cabinet. My girlfriend recently got a new TV, and we had to measure, and turns out it was going to be too wide because almost none of the TVs have a center pedestal now. The feet are almost always on the ends, and it was going to run off the end of the cabinet she had.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so she upgraded. She also bought a new cabinet.
Additional purchase.
So did she save money on the TV or not in the long run?
She did.
Anyway, this is not the weather to be inside watching TV, well, except for us. But get outside and enjoy it. It is going to be fantastic today. It is going to be fantastic over the weekend. And a beautiful picture of the moon. It is at the first quarter stage. And a week from today, it'll be the full moon. Thank you for the KSAT Connect picture. It's going to be a good looking, point in the other direction in a couple of minutes, but it's going to be a good looking sunrise this morning. We've got a lot of clear skies out there and really, really dry air. Look at how the dew points have changed just compared to this time yesterday. Dew point measure moisture in the atmosphere down 24 degrees from this time yesterday. Same thing in New Braunfels and Teens in parts of the hill country. So when that front moved through, as advertised, it pulled in much, much drier air, and it's the dry air that then allows temperatures to drop down. And we're going to keep dry air around throughout the rest of today. It's going to be really comfortable. Then overnight tonight, later on tonight, we get another sort of reinforcing shot. Another cool front comes on in here. It will knock temperatures down somewhat. Now, the interesting thing, even though we had a front move through yesterday and we're starting off on the chilly side this morning, we're going to be on the warm side of normal later on today. Now, tomorrow that's going to be a different situation. We probably won't get out of the 60s for a high temperature tomorrow after a very chilly start, and this dry air is going to make it just an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous day. Same thing then Saturday night going into Sunday, but notice how by even Saturday night, the upper level wind lines, the surface wind lines start shifting around out of the southeast. Not that it's going to be humid on Sunday, but that will begin or signal the start of the beginning of the return of the humidity for next week. Big storm system up there around the Great Lakes, and boy, that is a doozy. That's the same one that pulled the first front through here yesterday, and that's going to be sweeping that little extra reinforcing shot of cooler air in here overnight tonight and into tomorrow. That all is going to be staying up there to the north and to the northeast of us. As far as the drier air, we get that good shot of it tomorrow, and then it starts to come back in here. It's still going to be very comfortable on Sunday, still a nice cool start, warm afternoon, but then by next week we're going to have more humidity around here, so that's going to keep temperatures, low temperatures, about 10 degrees above normal, and then high temperatures are going to be almost 10 degrees above normal next week. 73 degrees today at noon. Sunny skies, good looking day. That is about the normal, and then we'll top off at 77 later on. But with that dry air and sunshine, that's okay. Jacket this morning, probably won't need it by the afternoon. Keep it around tonight because temperatures will definitely drop off very quickly with that dry air. Tomorrow we get down to 45 degrees, same thing on Sunday. And there's that front, that's that extra reinforcing shot of cooler air, and just overall a great looking weekend. Next week, low 80s, low 60s. Yeah.
Very nice.
Another chance of, well, at least I should say not another first chance of rain really in the forecast comes in here by perhaps Thursday.
So not quite as brisk as the next few mornings.
No, not at all. So it's going to be kind of unfallish next week.
Gotcha. But at least we have a nice weekend.
Beautiful weekend in store.
Thanks, Mike.
449, about 49 degrees.
And coming up next, a look at a sequel to a holiday classic, Home Alone.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive. New details on that shooting in Paradise.
I honestly thought that I was going to die.
American tourist Tanner Van Valkenburg was shot while vacationing in a popular resort area in Mexico late last week, caught in the crosshairs of gunfire by rival gangs. Now this morning, he's speaking out to GMA.
Yeah, we were kind of just eating tacos, and that's when started hearing gunfire.
Van Valkenburg was with his partner and 2 friends when the gunman headed ashore in front of a Hyatt resort just south of Cancun and opened fire. The shooting left 2 dead and 4 Americans injured.
We thought that they were fireworks. Then more started going off and everyone started to panic and run. And I thought the gunmen were going to basically come and just kill everyone that was there at the resort.
Coming up at 7 a.m., you'll hear more of Van Valkenburg's dramatic story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Three of the most popular actors in the world teaming up for the new action movie Red Notice. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot star in the film, in which Johnson plays an FBI agent, Reynolds and Gadot top-notch art thieves.
And basically, it starts with DJ tries to catch Ryan or myself, and then things go down into a crazy roller coaster.
Red Notice, out today on Netflix.
You know who you are. Your buddy from Belfast, where everybody knows you.
Out today in theaters, some Oscar buzz brewing for Belfast. Kenneth Branagh's semi-autobiographical tale of a young boy growing up in Northern Ireland during the turbulent 60s. Home Sweet Home Alone is a rather different tale about a young boy. In this sequel to Home Alone, Archie Yates is the kid who gets left behind. Aisling B plays his mother, and she tells me the 1990 original was a formative film.
I sort of felt like, oh, this is a film for me. Like it's from my point of view, which was a rarity to see something that felt like a sort of adult movie in a way, or comedy that was told from the child's eyes.
Home Sweet Home Alone is out today on Disney+. Today's the day a judge could end the conservatorship of Britney Spears. A hearing in the case is scheduled for this afternoon in Los Angeles. Spears and her father have both filed motions to terminate it. Now it's up to the judge to sign off, or not. And Ryan Gosling and Anne Hathaway haven't shared the screen together, but they do share a birthday today. She's 39, he's 41. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And time now, 4:55 and about 49 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, monthly rent going back up for renters in New York City. How much they're expected to be paying and why experts say the trend could continue.
Plus, Kellogg filing a lawsuit against workers on strike from blocking entrances to its plant in Nebraska. Those stories and more coming up after the break.
And later on GMSA at 9, the Riverwalk about to shine bright for the holidays as 100,000 lights will be turned on today. We'll be live to talk about how the city is preparing, plus a look at the history of what makes the lighting so special. That's today on GMSA at 9. And TransGuide right now, flashing lights 90 at 16:04.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
New information on a deadly accident involving a motorcyclist. We have that coming up.
San Antonio police is trying to crack down on the increase of illegal street racing. How they're trying to approach this problem coming up next.
And taking a look outside with live cam, it's a chilly 49 degrees out there. Time to grab your jacket or your sweater, but you may not need it later this afternoon.
It is chilly out there right now. Good morning, everybody. We made it to Friday. That would be November 12th.
Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. It was exciting to grab the coat, and I was like, oh, I can grab the heavy coat, not just a light sweater today.
It's pretty brisk. Mike says it's even colder, of course, out in places like the Texas Hill Country where they've got a little bit of elevation.
Yes, indeed. And, rule of thumb, a lot of times about 10 10 degrees, and that's pretty much holding true with temperatures that are down in the 30s right now in the hill country. We are at 48 here in town, and it is just wonderful. Not much of a breeze out there. We've got clear skies. In theory, with that dew point down to 41, we could drop that low. We're not going to. We'll hold about at 48 or mid to upper 40s throughout the rest of the morning, and then nice big warm up. We're going to be gaining a good 30 degrees on average, getting up into the mid and some upper 70s. So it's funny, we're starting off below normal by, well, actually about 4 or 5 degrees, and then we're going to be about 4 or 5 degrees above normal later on this afternoon. And you can really thank all this dry air that is in place around here. The aquifer dropped down 0.4 of a foot yesterday. Allergens, mold is on the low side. So we've got a lot of just dry air down here at the surface. Then you go upstairs in the atmosphere and nothing. That darker shade of gray indicates some very dry air, which means we are going to have some beautiful, beautiful blue skies and maybe a little bit of moisture aloft in the atmosphere, but that's kind of splitting hairs. Yeah, it's going to be just a fantastic day and a great evening. Now, like Stephanie was talking about, big heavy coat this morning. Won't need it this afternoon. Keep it handy, though, because if you are heading out, going to a game tonight, it is going to cool off very, very quickly once that sun thinks about going down. So clear and cold this morning. Then sunny and beautiful later on this afternoon, and tomorrow sunny. It is going to be cooler. We have another sort of reinforcing shot of the cool dry air coming in here overnight, so we're only going to be in about the upper 60s tomorrow, and then rest of the weekend looks fantastic. It's going to be great on Sunday, but then we'll start to see the humidity coming back in here, and it is going to be warmer and more humid as we go into next week. Details on that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic authorities, Stephen Cavazos on this Friday morning. Hopefully you don't have anything to talk about all morning.
I wish that were the case, Mike. Unfortunately, we do have some flashing lights right behind me here off US 90 at Loop 1604. This is a shot at TransGuide. Keep that in mind. That's not necessarily where the crash is located, but just take a look from what we're seeing right here from this TransGuide camera that there are flashing lights out there in this dark abyss. It's still very dark out there, but traffic is still moving there through pretty smoothly. It doesn't look like this is on the highway. This could be on the access road, but let's go ahead and take you to the map because where that crash is located is right there off Loop 1604 southbound at US 90. Again, keep in mind that was just the shot at TransGuide. This is where the crash is located at this morning, so we'll continue to watch that throughout the day. But let's go ahead and take a jump around town because we did have another crash here off 281 northbound at East Hildebrand Avenue that did clear from the system, so seeing some good news as the day gets going on, but it's still very early, so things could pop up as the day does progress. Let's go ahead and take a look here at this inbound times because it's green across the board if you're traveling into the San Antonio area in the next few moments. 25 minutes from I-10 and Bernie, 26 minutes coming in from 281 and Bulverde, and if you're coming in from New Braunfels, it's just 26 minutes at this hour on 35. But one last look here at TransGuide Loop 6 US 90 at Loop 1604. We'll continue to watch this crash closely and see how that impacts that morning drive. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, we have learned the name of the woman who was killed in a motorcycle crash on Wednesday night. She was 31-year-old Emerald Model. The crash happened around 10 p.m. on Wednesday near O'Connor Road and Wurzbach Parkway. Police say Model was on her motorcycle and swerved to miss a vehicle that cut her off but moved in front of a truck. The truck hit her, causing her to crash. And when she tried to get up, she was then hit by another vehicle and died at the scene. That driver who hit her drove away from the scene. So far, no arrests have been made.
This morning, the conversation continues about drag racing and street racing after that recent deadly crash up in Kerrville.
Now the San Antonio Police Department is going public with conversations they have been having about convincing illegal street racers to instead race on controlled race tracks in the area.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live this morning. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Mark. Now they're just focusing on working inside of that racing world instead of just focusing on making arrests. This comes after a series of tragic crashes caused by illegal street racing. Now they are looking at alternatives. One example of controlled environment is the Alamo City Motorplex, which hosts races every week, which include safety protocols. And the Motorplex is offering incentives like discounts if drivers mention the collaboration when they enter. Now, some of those who race on that track say it's a much safer option. Now, illegal street racing has become such an issue here in San Antonio that city staff members are even attempting to create an ordinance that will hold those spectators who share images of irresponsible drivers. Now, of course, this is a story that we will be continuing to follow closely. You can read more on KSAT.com. Reporting, Jonathan Cotto, KSAT.com.
Thank you, Jonathan. In your morning headlines, closing arguments will begin on Monday in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. Defense rested its case yesterday afternoon, and the judge adjourned the case after 8 days of testimony. On the final day of testimony, they discussed establishing a timeline of what happened, looking at slowed down video of the moments in and around the shootings that night in Kenosha, Wisconsin. The defense's 10th witness was also called to show the stark difference between one of the victims and Rittenhouse. Prosecutors told the judge they do intend to ask for lesser included charges to be submitted to the jury, but that decision had not been finalized. If Rittenhouse is convicted of the most serious charge, he faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison.
Britney Spears may be on the verge of regaining control of her life for the first time in years. Overnight, the pop star's fiance posted a video of them wearing Free Britney t-shirts just hours before a judge is set to decide whether to terminate her conservatorship. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the very latest.
This morning, the Free Britney movement may finally come to fruition as a Los Angeles judge could officially end her conservatorship that's been in place for nearly 14 years. Britney's father, Jamie Spears, had been in control of her estimated $60 million estate until late September, when the judge suspended him as her conservator and appointed a temporary one. And today's hearing could end the conservatorship altogether. Britney writing earlier in the week in a since deleted Instagram post, "This week is going to be very interesting for me." Last summer, the nearly 40-year-old singer passionately told the court for the first time that she was in an abusive conservatorship, claiming, "I was scared of my dad." In late October, her lawyer filed a motion to end the conservatorship that she has endured for so long, and she has pleaded with this court to let her have her life back. Since its inception in 2008, Jamie Spears had fought to remain as conservator, but in a recent change of heart, he agreed to the motion. His lawyer saying, "Jamie will do everything he can to protect and care for her." Jamie believes that the conservatorship should end immediately. And with no objections, ABC legal analyst Dan Abrams expects Britney to finally be free.
I think it's likely now that on November 12th, we're going to see the end of the conservatorship, or at least the wheels rolling towards exactly how that conservatorship is going to end.
Britney Spears is expected to attend today's hearing virtually. Meanwhile, her attorney may be looking to pursue criminal charges against Jamie Spears after a New York Times documentary report found evidence of alleged illegal surveillance. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
And time now, 5:07, and it's about 48 degrees out there.
If a PS5 is on your holiday shopping list, don't wait too long to get your hands on one. Details ahead on GMSA.
Plus, why Kellogg has filed a lawsuit against workers on strike outside their Nebraska plant.
Grab a jacket or something fleece-like as you head out on your Friday morning. Mike's got more on how much lower the morning temperatures could go.
And welcome back. It's 5:10. In your morning consumer headlines, Kellogg has filed a lawsuit to stop striking workers from blocking entrances to its Omaha, Nebraska plant. The company says the workers on strike are trying to intimidate their replacements as they go into work. The lawsuit is against the Omaha chapter of the union. About 1,400 union workers in 4 states have been on strike since October 5th. Earlier this month, the company presented what it calls its last best final offer during a 2-day return to the negotiating table. The union rejected it. The Omaha Union chapter has not commented on the lawsuit.
As inflation wreaks havoc on many Americans, rates for rent in cities like New York are rising back up after a drop during the pandemic. Landlords in Manhattan were offering steep discounts on properties, but not anymore. In October, Manhattan rent rose the highest rate in more than a decade. Median price for an apartment in Manhattan, more than $3,300. That's up 18% from a year ago. 2-bedroom apartments up 20% from a year ago at a whopping $5,100 a month. Real estate experts say they expect this trend to continue, especially as international travel demand increases and corporate Americans return to work.
And time now, it's 5:12 and 48 degrees.
If you have an email account with Microsoft, double check your email. Coming up next, what the company is sending out to customers in time for the holidays.
We do it every night. Every night.
I live alone, but I still do it every night.
Right after dinner.
Definitely after meatloaf. Like clockwork.
Do it
Run your dishwasher with Cascade Platinum and save water. Did you know an Energy Star certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons per cycle, while a running sink uses that every 2 minutes? That means even small loads can save water. So why not do it? Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum. The surprise.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
5:15, Sony's PlayStation 5 may get even harder to find this holiday season. ABC's Monikasar Abdi has details in today's Tech Bytes.
In today's Tech Bytes, some disappointing news. There won't be as many PS5s under the Christmas tree as expected. Sony has reportedly cut its production target for the latest PlayStation to 15 million consoles. That's down 1 million from earlier estimates. Bloomberg says it's because of a chip shortage and supply chain issues. Amazon is making it a lot easier for viewers to share clips of its Prime Video content. Tapping the Share Clip button creates a 30-second clip that iOS users can share with others. Right now, it only works for 4 shows, but Amazon says that number will rise in the future. And listen up, Microsoft users, check your email because you might be the recipient of a gift card worth up to $100. The company has been sending out gift cards randomly. Good for a slew of products at Microsoft's online store. Excuse me while I go check my email. Those are your Tech Bytes. Have a great day.
Right now it's 5:16.
Let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos.
Good morning, everyone. Well, we do have some flashing lights out here. This is a shot from Loop 410 at Old Pearsall. You can see traffic is moving through there pretty smoothly. Thankfully, this is not a crash. This looks like just some construction that's going on, although it's not clear when this should be wrapping, but looks like we do see some vehicles moving through that area pretty smoothly at this hour. But given the fact it's only about just a little bit after 5 this morning, so that could change if we still see these construction crews having some delays when morning traffic really gets going a little later on this morning. Let's take you to the map and show you how things are shaping up there, because that is there off the westbound lanes of 410 right at Old Pearsall Road. Doesn't look like we're seeing any buildup in any of those lanes, but taking a jump around town, let's see how things are developing with this crash there off Loop 1604 southbound at US 90. Just check the TransGuide cameras. It does appear that there are still some flashing lights out there, so make sure you follow the rules of the road and you give those first responders plenty of room to get the scene cleared out. Taking a big old jump up here to 35. We still have that road work at FM 306 right at I-35 northbound. Now this should also impact the southbound lanes there. It should be wrapping up today, though. That really, TxDOT has it listed starting from 8 this morning to 5 in the afternoon. But if you've been with us throughout the last few days, you've seen that traffic really building up there on 35, particularly right there along FM 1103 as construction crews are working to improve the roadways. But right now, things look like they're pretty green on the screen. We'll continue to keep our eyes on this construction happening here off Loop 410 at Old Pearsall Road. Hopefully, that'll be wrapping pretty soon before the morning traffic really gets going, guys.
We sure hope so. Thank you, Stephen.
You know, I was just thinking about that story about the Microsoft gift cards. I wonder how many people are not going to get those because of all this, you know, the spams and phishing emails you get, and your, car insurance is expired and all that stuff. So maybe
Wait, your car insurance, your warranty expired?
Something like that. So maybe Microsoft's got a good idea. Nobody's going to click on it. So I wouldn't. I mean, free money in your email. No.
Yeah.
Hey, beautiful view down there. Good time to go down to the beach, even though it's not, necessarily just swimsuit weather. It's always nice to be down there like that. Look at those beautiful flowers down there at Malachite Beach. And this morning, good looking day. It is just kind of a prize winning day, and 3 in a row as far as our weekends are concerned, as far as fantastic weather going all the way back to Halloween weekend, last weekend, and now this one coming up here. Yesterday we did hit 77 for a high temperature, a couple of mid 80s down there to the west and southwest along the Rio Grande Valley, and we're going to be in the same ballpark again today, and mid upper 70s, going to be about 4 or 5 degrees above normal. That despite the fact that we are starting off on the cool side down in the upper 40s and even 30s in parts of the hill country. All right, looking into the future, there is nothing going on this weekend. There could be a stray morning cloud, I think around Sunday perhaps. That'll be about it. Going into Monday then, a few clouds will kind of move on in here. Same thing on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we're going to see more clouds sliding on in here. And Thursday, we'll have a chance for some rain. Now, once again, this is the computer model with, broad brush, so it's not like it's going to be huge rain. As of right now, I've got maybe a 10-20% chance for any rain to pop up on Thursday, but that's really the first opportunity to have any rain around here. So it is getting, even though we're going to have a fantastic weekend, yeah, it would be nice to get a couple of showers, but nothing until later on next week. Also, it is looking like we are going to be seeing some milder weather going into next week. So being, after being very cool in the mornings, nice afternoons this weekend, it is going to be kind of warm next weekend. There's that huge low up around the Great Lakes. That's what's pulling down our great weather around here. And things are going to start to flatten out in the upper level steering winds. And what that usually means then is you get very tranquil weather, above normal conditions for us, and no real rain chances. So that's the situation going into the middle of next week. A little bit of a wave comes through here, and that's what gives us some of those clouds then Wednesday, Thursday, and that weak front. But again, nothing really big as far as any big blasts of colder weather coming on in here, at least going through the next week. So this morning, though, it is nice and chilly out there. 73 degrees, sunny skies, and a high temperature today up to 77. Like I said, on the above normal side, we'll already be at a normal high by noon, but still a good looking day. Great night. If you are heading off to a game tonight, do bundle up because it's going to get cold pretty quickly. Sort of like last Friday night. I know we'll have a higher temperature than last Friday, but it'll cool off real quickly. Same thing tomorrow evening. Tomorrow will actually be colder during the day just because we get a reinforcing shot of some cool, dry air tonight. And overall, fantastic weekend, kind of a prize winner. And then next week is going to be on the mild side.
Not too bad. My husband is shooting high school football tonight, so I'll tell him to bundle up.
Yes, indeed.
Or not tell him for fun.
For fun, Mark.
Wow.
Just kidding. I'll bring you a jacket, Luis. 521, about 48 degrees.
Steal his jacket, Luis.
Right. And coming up next, a look at a new release on Netflix, Red Notice, what actress Gal Gadot says she likes the most about the character she plays.
And lottery numbers this morning: pick 3, 5, 3, 9, Fireball 8, daily 4 numbers 7, 4, 3, 3, Fireball 3.
Cash 5, 1, 16, 29, 30, 31. And your Texas two-step 2, 7, 20, 24, bonus ball 30.
Finally meet you in person.
Gal Gadot gets her villain on as she squares off with Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds in Red Notice.
I loved the character. It was refreshing for me to come and do something different, something that is a bit more villainy, evil, femme fatale, cheeky type of woman.
It was really beautiful to watch her so kind of, mischievous and wily, and I got caught watching a bunch of times too, where I would forget my next line because I'm just sort of watching like a viewer.
Red Notice is now streaming on Netflix. Ava DuVernay is receiving a unique honor. The celebration of black cinema and television is giving the writer, director, and producer its first ever Melvin Van Peebles Trailblazer Award. Other honorees this year include Will Smith for his role in King Richard, Ruth Negga for her role in Passing, and the cast of The Harder They Fall will receive the Ensemble Award. The Critics' Choice Association's 4th annual celebration of black cinema and television is December 6th in Los Angeles. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
525, look at your screen, 48 degrees out at the airport.
Yeah, very chilly. And some scary moments, though, for a mother of a baby boy who was kidnapped as she was unloading groceries. We have the details. That's still ahead on GMSA.
Plus, police here need your help tracking down a suspect. Opened fire in a crowd at a nightclub. What they know so far.
And come this holiday season, if you want to know what kind of cars and trucks are available on the car lot, you're going to have to go down to the dealerships yourself. We're going to tell you why coming up in the next half hour of GMSA.
And it's a sport you might not know much about, but a lot of people were playing over the course of the pandemic. That's ahead on GMSA at 6.
And a quick look at the roads with TransGuide. Of course, there are flashing lights there at Highway 90 and Loop 1604. We will be checking in with Stephen Cavazos after the break. Hi, good morning. Happy Friday. It's November 12th.
Well, we were told that this morning would be colder, and it is for sure. Lower right portion of your screen, you see there right there on the what we call the bug. It's just about 5:30, 48 degrees out at the airport.
Yeah, nice and chilly for the fans of the cold weather.
Oh, yeah. Now, it's one of those days where it's kind of unusual. Not only will we see a huge rise in temperatures thanks to basically the dry air, doesn't hold the heat in, heats up very easily, but we're starting off on the below normal side of a normal low, and then we're going to end up on the warm side of normal later on today, and sunrise is going to be fantastic. Yeah, 48 here in town, dew point stands at 41, so really dry air, not much of a breeze out there. So dry air, light or no wind, clear skies. Perfect situation to get some really cold temperatures. And then subtract 10 in Kerrville, 38 degrees. Same thing. Fredericksburg, Rock Springs is in the mid 40s as of right now. Low amounts of mold are showing up from yesterday's allergen count. 73 at noon. That's the normal high temperature. And then we'll top off at 77. Plenty of sunshine. And then it's going to cool off pretty quickly. So by 9 o'clock, we'll be down right around the mid and upper 50s. Don't need a jacket in the afternoon. Definitely take one if you are heading out this evening. A little bit of a breeze out of the northeast. Another fantastic weekend. We've been advertising this one as the third great fall weekend in a row, and it's going to live up to it. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority Stephen Cavazos. We're seeing a lot of flashing lights out there, sir.
That's right, Mike. I think drivers are going to want to pack their patience along with that jacket. They're taking a look at US 90 at Loop 1604. We do have some flashing lights, as you just mentioned. This looks like it's on the access road. Actually, a crash that was detected a little bit earlier this morning. Right now, we do see traffic moving through that area pretty smoothly, but of course, drivers taking it slow because they are following the rules of the road. Let's take a look right now at the map because we're seeing a small buildup there in those southbound lanes of 1604. Again, right at US 90, it doesn't appear that this crash is causing huge delays, but of course, we know drivers are, of course, keeping out our first responders in mind when they're driving in that direction. Let's take a wider look at the map. Now, we talked some construction spots that are still causing some small delays, but right now, Friday morning has relatively been off to a pretty decent start. And if you're traveling into the San Antonio area, well, green across the board right now, 29 minutes from I-10 in Seguin, 21 minutes coming in from 87 and Lavernia, and we're looking at 29 coming in from Flotusville on 37. One last look at this crash at TransGuide. We're going to continue to keep you updated and see how that impacts the morning drive. We'll try to get to some gas prices a little later on as well. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a man is dead after a crash on the city's north side. He has been identified as 20-year-old Caleb Krauchunas. Police responded to this intersection of Braesview and Northwest Military shortly after 6 p.m. yesterday. We're told the driver of a truck was making a turn into the intersection when he hit Krauchunas and who was on a motorcycle from behind. Now, Krauchunas was thrown off the bike. Police say he died at the scene. The driver did stop, and right now there are no charges pending.
We've learned the name of a woman who was killed in a motorcycle crash Wednesday night. She was 31, Emerald Model. The crash happened around 10 p.m. on Wednesday near O'Connor and Wurzbach Parkway. Police say Model was on her motorcycle, swerved to miss a vehicle that cut her off, but moved in front of a truck. The truck hit Model, causing her to crash. She ended up getting hit by another vehicle and died at the scene. The driver who hit her drove away. So far, no arrests have been made.
A 3-year-old girl safe with her family this morning after she was reportedly kidnapped in Austin, and she was found here in San Antonio yesterday. The man accused of taking the child is Brian Byrne, and he is facing charges of injury to the elderly, a drug charge, kidnapping, and assault. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says his organized crime intelligence unit coordinated with Austin Police and the Marshal Service in Austin to find Byrne and his 3-year-old daughter. They were found at a gas station off of Petrenko and Talley Roads. The little girl was returned to her family last night. Byrne claims he is innocent.
San Antonio police releasing body cam video in a shooting behind a Northside nightclub, hoping someone can help them find the suspect. This happened back on September 12th at a nightclub near 1604 in Lock Hill, Selma. Police say a silver Mercedes drove through a crowd before someone inside opened fire. 2 officers and a security guard shot back. A bullet hit a woman who was sitting in her car, but it's unclear if that bullet came from the suspect or law enforcement. If you know anything about the shooting, you're asked to call 207-7635. In your morning headlines, a Georgia baby who was taken when the family SUV was stolen is back with his family.
The parents say they left the little one asleep for just moments while they unloaded their groceries, and when they came back, the SUV was gone with the baby boy inside.
ABC's Mona Kassar Abdi has the story.
This morning, a mother breathing a sigh of relief after her 1-year-old son was found safe 36 hours after being abducted.
Speechless. I'm ecstatic right now.
Blaze Barnett's mother says he was in her SUV as she unloaded groceries around 1 a.m. Wednesday morning in Clarkston, Georgia. She says someone jumped into the unlocked vehicle and drove off with Blaze still in his car seat. The SUV was found later that day, but the baby and the car seat were gone.
I've never been away from him like this, where it's like, I don't know where he's at. So I'm hurt.
But on Thursday afternoon, Blaze was found. Cameras capturing the moment authorities removed him from this home, less than a mile away from where he was taken. A woman at the home says she found the child inside a car in her driveway and then called 911. Authorities say they don't know how long the baby was inside the car or who put him there.
We've all been looking and praying that this baby was all right. Thank God.
A short time later, Blaze reunited with his mother as family members cheered them on.
I'm feeling great, guys. Speechless.
Mona Kosar-Abdi, ABC News, New York.
And we are told the little boy is in good condition. A suspect has not been identified.
Ski season in Colorado kicks off today, but it comes as reports of COVID are on the rise in that state. Colorado has one of the fastest growing rates in the country. At resorts in Vail, guests will be required to wear face coverings in any indoor space and show proof of vaccination. The county there has no indoor mask mandate and did not indicate one was coming. Businesses say they'll roll with any changes that are made, and regardless, skiers are ready for whatever the season brings.
A SpaceX Crew Dragon capsule carrying 4 astronauts successfully docked with the International Space Station last night. And what's being called the Crew 3 mission actually marked the 4th successful launch for SpaceX from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida on Wednesday. The team will spend the next 6 months on the ISS conducting experiments orbiting 200 miles above the Earth.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, Southwest ISD be hosting a COVID vaccination clinic at McAuliffe Middle School from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. In addition to regular COVID vaccines and booster shots, there will also be 600 doses of vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. All shots are free to the Southwest ISD community and will be given on a first-come, first-served basis. Adults will need to bring their ID and insurance card with them. Children should have their birth certificate or shot record and an insurance card.
And time now, 5:36, and it's a chilly 48 degrees out there.
The creators of Pokemon Go coming up with a new augmented reality game to help make your walks more beautiful. Details still ahead on GMSA.
Plus, don't be surprised if you notice less car commercials this holiday season. The reason why coming up after the break.
And outside with live cam. See how things are looking out there. It's crystal clear morning and it's very chilly out there, especially if you're waking up places like Kerrville, Bernie, way out by Junction or Comfort. You're watching GMSA.
And welcome back. It's 5:40. Stock futures are up modestly this morning. The stock market rebounded yesterday with signs investors are starting to shake off worries about rising prices. This comes a day after the Labor Department reported the fastest inflation rate in 30 years. The S&P 500 rose 0.1%. The Nasdaq Composite up 0.5%. The Dow lost 0.4%, more than 158 points, partly pulled down by Walt Disney's worst daily performance in over a year.
There will be fewer car commercials this holiday season. Automakers and dealerships on track to spend less on advertising. Industry analysts say supply and production issues have left franchisers with roughly a third of their normal inventory. Experts say next month is a December to forget for automakers.
And help a child in need by donating a new pair of shoes to any SAPD substation. As part of the Share the Shoes drive, we have teamed up with the San Antonio Police Department again to try and gather as many shoes as possible for children in need. So we're looking for shoes of all sizes. We're talking about toddlers up to teenagers. All of the shoes will be donated and they will benefit the local nonprofit Good Samaritan Community Services next month, just in time for the holidays. And you can make that donation through November 30th.
Time check, 5:41, still about 48 degrees.
And high school football playoffs are underway. Coming up next, highlights from Southwest versus Kennedy and a look at other scores from last night.
And TransGuide, see how things are looking out there right now at 35 and US 90. And I believe there was, which one was that, Alex? Okay, apparently 1604 and 90 just cleared.
Pro Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Let's talk Cowboys. Randy Gregory's out multiple weeks, has been placed on IR after suffering a calf injury during practice this week. It means he'll have to miss at least 3 full games. Dallas head coach Mike McCarthy says the injury occurred during one-on-one pass drills, similar to the injury Dak Prescott suffered at the end of that victory over the Patriots a few weeks ago. One report indicates an MRI shows it's a minor strain, but he'll still miss at least 3 games now. So what did Dak tell his teammate about the recovery?
I just told him he'll be fine. I mean, I know the way Randy takes care of his body and handles his business, so he'll get over it in time being, and we're going to support him. But just for the defense, guys know that they have to step up. That leaves an opportunity for some young guys to come in, make some big plays, and I'm sure those guys are itching to do exactly that.
Up next for the Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons in Arlington at noon on Sunday. The Kennedy Rockets back at the postseason for the first time since 2009, taking on Southwest at Dragon Stadium last night to kick off the football playoffs. Dragons would score first from the Kennedy 35 play-action pass from Nathan Gomez, airing it out to Hipólito Salazar, all alone at the goal line. Blown coverage, great pass and catch gives the Dragons a 7-0 lead. And it would be Southwest that advances in the Class 5A Division I playoffs with a win over Kennedy, 27-12. Let's take a look at some other scores from around our region last night. Pflugerville Weiss beats Veterans Memorial 63-28. Manor beats Seguin 35-14. Bernie over Canyon Lake 28-21. Yorktown big over Sabinal 62-20. Natalia gets by Taft 35-7. Rockport Fulton 60, Hondo 17. The first round of the playoffs continues tonight. You can watch all the highlights tonight of the Night Beat and stay up to date with our Big Game Coverage app. Central Catholic offensive lineman Ben Rios was named to the All-American Bowl. Rios has already committed to play for the UTSA Roadrunners, will now compete in the annual East-West matchup at the Dome on Saturday, January 8th. And 2 of his teammates will also be playing in the San Antonio Sports All-Star Game that'll be played after the All-American Bowl on that same day. Quarterback Silas Gomez, who's committed to U.S. Army, and DeAndre Marshall have verbally committed to UTSA. All 3 recognized in front of their teammates and classmates at Central Catholic High School yesterday.
I was fortunate enough to be able to actually go and watch one of these games. And I remember telling my dad, I told him one day, I want to be able to play in one of those games. And to finally be able to, to fulfill this dream, it means a lot to me to be able to represent like my school, the city of San Antonio, and just like my family. And it means a lot to me because this is something that, I've worked hard for, and, to finally be able to say I've accomplished that, that's what we live for.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Spurs playing the Mavs tonight at the AT&T Center. Tip-off is set for 7:30. Go Spurs, go.
Yes, go Spurs, go. And let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos. I saw some problems there off of Loop 1604.
Yeah, I don't like the way 1604 is looking this morning, Mark and Stephanie. As you can see, 1604 Culebra is a shot that we have this morning. That's because a stalled vehicle has been detected in that area. This is in the southbound lanes. Now, it doesn't appear that it's impacting anyone's drive time at this hour, but taking a look at this shot, it's still very dark out there. Thankfully, a lot of these vehicles that we've been seeing going through that area this morning have been driving pretty slowly, following those rules of the road, as we like to mention, move over or slow down. But we do have some also good news there. That crash that we did talk about a little bit earlier this morning in those southbound lanes of 1604 right at US 90 has since cleared out. So that's some good news. It does appear that was on the Axis Road, but again, doesn't look like it was impacting anyone's drive time. It is still very early this morning, but keep in mind when the morning gets going, that's when things really start to slow down, and we're talking congestion. But if you're going to be heading to the gas station for maybe a weekend road trip, let's get to those gas prices from AAA. Right now, Bexar County, those average gas price is looking at $2.90 right now, and around the state, we're looking at $3.06. Now, the national average has stayed at $3.41. We brought that to you a little bit earlier in the week. Thankfully, that has not jumped up, but AAA does report that this is actually down a penny. So it's looking pretty good right now, but obviously we'd love it to look a little bit better. Right now, 1604 Culebra. Again, we're going to continue to watch out for those stalls. Just make sure you check those vehicles before you get out there this morning, guys.
Yes, sir. And Mike has some fall foliage out on the Frio.
Can I give a quick shout out to Ben and DeAndre?
Yeah.
They went to school with my son.
Oh.
So, yeah, and I've known
Talking about the Central Catholic.
Central Catholic,
All-American.
the offensive tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, known Ben since they were in kindergarten together. So, yeah, and DeAndre since middle school. So. And in middle school, they were both my size, and now they're what? I think 6'5" and 6'7". Yeah, they're big guys. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right, beautiful. Oh my goodness, yeah, take a drive into the hill country this weekend. That is absolutely gorgeous picture out there at Garner State Park. Thank you very much for that. All right, no hint of the sun yet, but it's going to be a doozy when the sun starts coming up. We are at 48 degrees right now, about 4 or 5 degrees below the normal, the average low temperature. 37 Kerrville, Bernie Stage as well, 42 at Rio Medina. And very dry air out there, so that's what's allowing temperatures to drop down. And then the dry air also heats up very easily, and so that's why we're going to be seeing about a 30-degree swing in temperatures later on today. And here's the water vapor imagery, and you can see, first of all, we've got the flow coming in here out of the north. There's the front that moved through yesterday, and then with this continued flow, big circulation, and this is all being, I guess, pumped down here, if you will, by a huge storm system low over the Great Lakes right now. And that's going to bring down an extra kind of reinforcing shot of the cooler, drier air. So as far as the rest of today, it's going to be really, really comfortable. And like I said, dry air heats up easily and then doesn't hold the heat in, so it will cool down quickly tonight with this dry air in place. And then we get this reinforcing shot of drier air coming in here, so it's going to be another cold one and even probably colder tomorrow morning. Also, a little nudge of some colder temperatures, so instead of mid-upper 70s, it's going to be upper 60s tomorrow. It won't break 70 here in town, and then again cooling off very quickly tomorrow evening. Now, by late tomorrow night and Sunday, it's still going to be really pleasant, but notice how the wind lines are then coming in here out of the southeast. So Sunday we'll start to see, not going to be humid, but we'll start to see the return of the humidity around here. And that's going to then bring in a very mild, or be the start of what's going to be a mild and kind of humid week next week. All right, as far as computer model, another one of the long-range computer models, nothing throughout the weekend. We'll maybe see a couple of morning clouds here and there. This one doesn't really show it, but a few clouds Monday, Tuesday, and then especially Wednesday, and then going into Thursday, and there's another disturbance, and again, that may touch off a couple of showers around here, but even right now with both of these models, it's not a great shot. It's still a week away, of course, but doesn't look like a really good chance at rain by even Thursday of next week. We could definitely use some. 73 degrees today at noon, plenty of sunshine, and I don't want to say skip school today, but it's going to be, it's one of those days where it's going to be beautiful out there. And again, going to a game tonight, you're going to be taking a jacket with you because 66 right around kickoff time and mid-50s as we get into right around halftime. And then tomorrow, only upper 60s. Good looking weekend, chilly mornings, beautiful afternoons.
Thank you, Mike. Right now it's 5:52, still about 48 degrees.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. We have pick 3, 539, Fireball 8, and daily 4, 7433, Fireball 3.
Cash 5 numbers 1, 16, 29, 30, 31. Texas two-step 27, 20, 24 with a bonus ball of 30, and that's it.
Good morning, guys. Amy Robach here, coming to you from the Southern Ocean. We have icebergs behind us. We have seen so many incredible things already here as we inch our way towards Antarctica. We're hoping to bring you some of the wildlife we see along the way. Seals, penguins, even whales. It's all coming up later this morning. Back to you.
There is a new app to gamify and beautify your daily walk. CNN's Rick Damigella has the story.
We all know exercise is important, but Nintendo's tiny plant-like creatures known as Pikmin are here to make it more fun. Pikmin Bloom is the latest augmented reality exercise game from the creators of Pokemon Go.
Pikmin Bloom is what we think of as a lifestyle application. It's a companion for you as you go outside and walk and explore the world. You will have some amazingly cute and slightly mischievous Pikmin that go with you on your daily walks. And we think make it a lot more fun just to be out and be in the world and be active. It really comes alive when you're out walking. And as you walk in the world, you're helping your Pikmin grow and level up in the game, but they're also helping you plant flowers in the world.
Planting virtual flowers in Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Well, maybe not this early, but later today, raise a glass because it's National Happy Hour Day. That dates back to 1914 when the Navy started doing it during the Mexican-American War. It refers to a time of day bars and restaurants tend to offer food and drink discounts. By the end of World War II, it had really taken a hold in the military, and by 1959, it was common for civilians to partake as well. Ahead in our next hour of GMSA, another person has lost their life following that incident at the Houston Asteroid Music Festival. We'll have the latest on that. Roadrunners football team looking to stay perfect on the season. We preview their next game. And more robot workers, are they coming to the U.S.? We have the answer in our next hour. And Stephen is keeping tabs on the roads, getting very busy on your Friday, November 12th. You're watching GMSA.
It's a situation that's taken the lives of so many, and now the San Antonio Police Department is approaching the problem a little differently. We're talking about illegal street racing. Details coming up next.
22 states are now reporting a rise in COVID infections. I'm ABC's Elizabeth Schulze. What's behind this latest surge? Coming up.
And taking a look outside with live cam this morning, your screen is correct. We are at a chilly 47 degrees now. Very nice and cool for all the cold weather fans out there.
Just a hint of a sunrise out there. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Whoops.
Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
I'm not trying to get this over with any sooner, I promise. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, November 12th.
I think it's the excitement because it's Friday.
Well, it's brisk, and I'm excited about that. I know we both are this morning. And just to give you some perspective, it's chilly out there, but it's beautiful. 2 years ago on this date, my Facebook memories, icy roads were reported in multiple locations around Bexar County. Just 2 years ago on this date.
Huh. Okay, well, nice and cold, but I don't think we'll see icy today.
No, we will not. We'll talk to Stephen about the roads in a second. Mike is here with more. Do you remember that just two short years ago on this date?
November?
I think it was on those elevated roadways. Like, let's say 1604, 281 was one of them, if I recall. But
I don't offhand.
Just seems so early in the year, right? Or
yeah, because usually it seems like it's not until February. Our ice storm. But anyway, there's nothing out there right now. And actually, I've been watching this glow, just starting to the glow growing a little bit as the sun is thinking about coming up this morning. It is gorgeous out there, and yeah, it's pretty chilly. 47 degrees here in town, 51 Stinson, 47 also Kelly, Randolph at 45. And then basically subtract about 10 degrees into portions of the hill country. We've got some mid and upper 30s out there. Mold is on the low side. The updated count's going to be coming out in about an hour and a half or so. And this morning we'll be right around mid upper 40s and plenty of sunshine. As you saw, that sunrise is going to be absolutely spectacular. Northeasterly wind about 10-15 miles per hour. Not as breezy as what it was yesterday. 73 at noon, so we'll already be at the normal high temperature at noon. And then later on this afternoon we top off at 77. So it's one of those kind of anomalies where we start off about 5-6 degrees below normal, and then we end up about 4 or 5 degrees above normal. And a lot of that is due to the fact that we do have some very, very dry air out there. How cold will it get the next couple of mornings? Good looking weekend in store. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen Cavazos, and there's been a little bit of activity so far this morning.
Yeah, and it looks like we've seen some resolution, Mike. You know, there may not be any ice out on the roadways, but traffic is looking pretty cool so far. I-10 at Lock and Terry, you can see that things are moving pretty smoothly in that direction. 35 north at Loop 410. Traffic's still pretty much light for a Friday morning, but keep in mind when the morning rush gets here, we could start to see more folks get their morning started early, so just watch out for that and make sure that you are patient this morning. We do have some stalls to talk about there, though. Loop 1604 southbound at Culebra Road. We showed you this shot at Transcat a little bit earlier this morning, so make sure you're watching out for those drivers and first responders. Same issue continues down here off Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset Road, not causing any real big problems on the roadways right now. We have this crash there just off Rittenhouse. I just checked the Transguide cameras. It doesn't look like this is on the highway, but we'll be watching that crash pretty closely as the morning does go on. And the good news is if you're traveling to San Antonio, still pretty much green across the board. Pleasanton, it's looking like a pleasant drive from 37 with 28 minutes to the downtown San Antonio area. 16 minutes coming in from 35 and Lytle, and we're looking at just 18 minutes from Castroville and Highway 90. So things are looking as they should if you're going to be heading to San Antonio in the next few moments. One last look at Transguide 281 at San Pedro. Things are getting going, and we're going to continue to look for those construction spots coming up a little later on this morning. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. Our top story this morning, drag racing and street racing here in San Antonio. It's been at the forefront of many following the deadly crash in Kerrville and other incidents.
Now it's about finding solutions to the growing problem. San Antonio Police Department now working to get illegal street racers onto controlled racetracks in the area.
Jonathan Cotto joins us live with the details. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, Mark. This is unfortunately becoming all too common. SAPD has responded to tragic crashes over the years, all caused by illegal street racing. And that's why SAPD is looking for solutions like the controlled environment of the Alamo City Motorplex. Now, they host races every week that include safety protocols like vehicle and gear checks, track prep, and setting up concrete barriers. And the Motorplex is even offering incentives like discounts if drivers mention the collaboration when they enter. Some of those who race on that track say it is a much safer option and are glad to see police collaborating with the organizations, asking them to encourage illegal street racers to race on controlled tracks.
It's safer coming here, in my opinion. Even though it's a pretty long drive for me, all I know is I'm not risking my life getting a ticket, getting my car taken away, me hurting anybody else. Just here to have fun.
Movies kind of glorify this, that street racing is something that we can all do and it's fun to do. What's not glorified is that tragedy.
The Texas legislature recently passed 2 state laws about street racing in September. One went into effect, raising street racing from a Class B misdemeanor to a Class A misdemeanor starting January 1st. Authorities will be allowed to confiscate cars from illegal racers, and owners won't get the vehicles back. The law also addresses those who do donuts and burnouts on public roads and parking lots. Now, Mark, Stephanie, illegal street racing has become such an issue here in San Antonio that city staff members are creating an ordinance targeting spectators who encourage and share images of reckless drivers. Now, of course, this is a story we're going to continue to cover closely. You can read more on this story by heading over to KSAT.com. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
New this morning, a man is dead after a crash on the city's north side. It happened around 6 yesterday on Braesview at Northwest Military. That's where police say 20-year-old Caleb Krachunas was on his motorcycle when he was hit by a pickup truck. The impact threw him off the bike. He died there at the scene. The truck driver who hit him did stop to help, but is not expected to face charges.
And San Antonio police have released body camera video in a shooting, hoping that video will help them find the suspect. It happened back on September 12th behind a Northside nightclub near 1604 and Lock Hill, Selma. Police say a silver Mercedes drove through a crowd before someone inside opened fire. 2 officers and a security guard shot back. A bullet hit a woman who was sitting in her car, but it's not clear if that bullet came from the suspect or law enforcement. If you know anything about this shooting, you are asked to call that number on your screen. That's 210-207-7635.
Closing arguments will begin Monday in the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. The defense rested its case yesterday afternoon. The judge adjourned the case after 8 days of testimony. On the final day of testimony, they discussed establishing a timeline of what happened, looking at slowed down video of the moments in and around the shootings that night in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Defense's 10th witness was also called to show the stark difference between one of the victims and Rittenhouse. Prosecutors told the judge they do intend to ask for lesser included charges to be submitted to the jury, but a decision has not been finalized. If Rittenhouse is convicted of the most serious charge, he faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison.
And Britney Spears may be on the verge of regaining control of her life for the first time in years.
Overnight, the pop star's fiance posted a video of them wearing Free Britney t-shirts hours before a judge is set to decide whether to terminate her conservatorship.
ABC's Andrea Fujii has the latest.
This morning, the Free Britney movement may finally come to fruition as a Los Angeles judge could officially end her conservatorship that's been in place for nearly 14 years. Britney's father, Jamie Spears, had been in control of her estimated $60 million estate until late September, when the judge suspended him as her conservator and appointed a temporary one. And today's hearing could end the conservatorship altogether. Britney writing earlier in the week in a since deleted Instagram post, "This week is going to be very interesting for me." Last summer, the nearly 40-year-old singer passionately told the court for the first time that she was in an abusive conservatorship, claiming, "I was scared of my dad." In late October, her lawyer filed a motion to end the conservatorship that she has endured for so long, and she has pleaded with this court to let her have her life back. Since its inception in 2008, Jamie Spears had fought to remain as conservator, but in a recent change of heart, he agreed to the motion. His lawyer saying Jamie will do everything he can to protect and care for her. Jamie believes that the conservatorship should end immediately. And with no objections, ABC legal analyst Dan Abrams expects Britney to finally be free.
I think it's likely now that on November 12th, we're going to see the end of the conservatorship, or at least the wheels rolling towards exactly how that conservatorship is going to end.
Britney Spears is expected to attend today's hearing virtually. Meanwhile, her attorney may be looking to pursue criminal charges against Jamie Spears after a New York Times documentary report found evidence of alleged illegal surveillance. Andrea Fujii, ABC News, New York.
Kellogg is suing striking union workers, claiming they're blocking entrances to its cereal plant and intimidating replacement workers as they enter the facility in Omaha, Nebraska. The Michigan company now asking a judge to order workers to stop interfering with its business. About 1,400 workers have been on strike in Omaha and at Kellogg's 3 other U.S. cereal plants since October 5th. No new contract talks are scheduled.
North American companies want robots. That's according to an industry group reporting sales on track for their biggest year ever. This amid a nationwide shortage of workers. The Association for Advancing Automation says robot orders totaled $1.48 billion for the first 9 months of the year. That's nearly 29,000 robots. The metals, food and consumer goods industry ordering them faster than automotive-related companies.
And back here at home, tomorrow is free landfill day for those who live in San Antonio. If you are looking to get rid of furniture, including mattresses and other bulky items, you can bring them to several landfill locations tomorrow from 8 to 1. Just bring a picture ID and a recent CPS Energy utility bill showing a solid waste service fee. We have the list of all those locations on our website at KSAT.com. Just look for the story on our homepage.
Yeah, take them there, not the side of the road or the end of the street. Right now, 6/11, 47 degrees.
And we're halfway through November, and some of our, not mine, but some of Mike's, and Steven's facial hair is coming in strong. After the break, an update on our progress in No Shave November.
Steph? Thanks for the update.
Yeah, no problem.
It's beautiful out there this morning. Take in that view and take a deep breath and say, ah, yes, you're watching GMSA. Exactly 6:15. Welcome back to the morning show. To the coronavirus now. Nearly half of states now reporting an uptick in coronavirus cases. Health officials attribute this latest surge to unvaccinated Americans and more gatherings indoors as the weather turns colder.
ABC's Elizabeth Schulte reports these COVID hotspots across the country could be a troubling sign for the winter months ahead.
For the first time in months, new COVID cases nationwide are on the rise, with 22 states reporting a surge in infections.
Our hospitals and ICUs are filling up with patients who are going on ventilators.
Hospitalizations up in 14 states, from Colorado to Michigan to Vermont. Low on ICU beds, some hospitals are rationing care.
The patients of New Mexico that need the care most will receive the care during this time of unprecedented volume.
Health experts say this latest surge is fueled by unvaccinated Americans, waning immunity from the vaccine, and colder weather as more people gather indoors.
With people starting to make plans for the holidays to get together, I think it's an important time just to let everyone know that we've got to stay vigilant.
Officials in Colorado and California are now encouraging every adult to get a COVID booster, though U.S. health officials haven't given it the okay. Many are still resisting the shots altogether. Overnight, during an anti-vaccine mandate protest at the Golden Gate Bridge, at least 5 people were injured in a car crash. More than 107 million Americans remain unvaccinated. Maddie Akia was among them when she got COVID. She's now on a ventilator, struggling to breathe.
It's horrible. Sorry. I just see my wife as this really strong woman, and seeing her so weak and struggling, it's something that I wouldn't ever wish upon anybody.
The CDC reports the daily death toll from COVID is hovering around 1,000 deaths per day. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.
And welcome back. 6:17. This morning we are checking on the progress for No Shave November.
Stephanie admits that her beard is going terribly this month so far. Stephen Cavazos joins us now with an update on this second Friday of No Shave November 2021.
Things are looking pretty good, Mark and Mike. Steph, I'm sorry, you're not. It's not coming in for you.
Here, I'll take her place right now. There we go.
Nice.
You can see, I love that. You can see Mike's scruff coming in pretty nicely. I think everyone's doing a pretty good job. And the great news is, guys, a great update that we have is that we have raised close to $4,000, about $200 away from that. Right now, we do have all the information on our website at KSAT.com/NoShave there. Of course, you always will find the link to donate to Team KSAT. If we can get that graphic up, that'd be great. But we're going to obviously continue to share those updates here on GMSA. But the great news is 10 organizations that benefit cancer research, treatment, and prevention will benefit from all the funds that we are raising here at KSAT. And of course, everyone's reason is different for participating, but for a lot of us, this is a mission that is close to our hearts. So we hope that you can open your hearts and your pocketbooks as well. Again, help us reach that $5,000 mark. If we can get to that before Monday, that would be fantastic as we start the midday of the week. Can't believe we're already going to be talking about November 15th coming up on Monday. So let's get to that $5,000 mark. So I'm going to put a challenge out there. Let's see if we can make that happen. Remember, KSAT.com/NoShave. You can also donate to our team as a whole, but some may favor Mike. Mike has put the call out a little bit earlier this week, or Mark, but either which way, we have some good updates, so you can always head over to our website to find out more on how you can give later this month. But let's go ahead and get a quick look at traffic right now. Things are still moving pretty smoothly through a lot of these areas. 37 at Houston. Quiet right now for just a few minutes after 6 this morning. Let's go ahead and take a look around town, see how things are looking. 37, 1604 Culebra. Let's go ahead and jump there because we still have that stalled vehicle out there. We'll get to that in just a moment, but let's go ahead and jump to the map because we mentioned some roadway construction that's going to be going on. This one we talked about a little bit earlier this week. It started on Monday, but should be wrapping up on Monday, December 6th. It's some roadway construction out towards I-10, Kendall County. It's led to the full closure of the eastbound exit at 540 ramp to State Highway 46 or Bandera Road. Right now, traffic will be diverted to use US 87 exit ramp or use the Scenic Loop Road turnaround. Taking a jump down here to 1604, some bridge widening construction has led to the alternating full closure of the turnarounds at Kyle Seal Parkway. We've talked about this a few times throughout the week here, and it's in both directions. It should be wrapping up on November 30th. It takes place from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, but traffic really starts to build in that area, and that's what we're seeing here based off of those southbound lanes of 1604 Culebra, where we do have that stall that you just saw from TransGuide. One last jump right over here, Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset Road. Let's go ahead and take a wider look at the map. Things are shaping up to be pretty nice this morning, but we're going to continue to keep our eye on a few of these issues that just popped up here, guys.
Very good. And when they do head out, kiddos need those jackets today.
Yes, indeed. And by the way, the call I put out that Stephen was alluding to was all the folks blessed with the grayish silver hair. So.
Silver hair.
I like it when you say it.
Or if you know someone with it. So it'll be team gray, team silver.
Hashtag Silver Fox.
Silver Fox.
Did Fiona tell you to say that?
No.
Anyway. Grab a coat before you head out. Our temperatures are in the 30s and 40s. We're going to be in the upper 40s throughout the rest of the morning. Clear skies, beautiful, beautiful sunrise, and 77. So coat this morning, won't need it this afternoon. Keep it handy, though, because it's going to cool off very quickly once the sun goes down. Very neat looking picture. Remember a couple of days ago we were talking about how the planets were lined up. Well, this one is Jupiter, and it's 4 moons, and it is Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callista. No, I did look that up, and I short-term memory. So, largest moon in the solar system is, which one? Ganymede.
Ganymede.
Ganymede. Yes, indeed. So
what's going to be our guess?
Somebody's got a really good telescope too, or a pair of binoculars. So that's going to be later on this evening, or early. Well, actually, later on this evening as it's starting to set, because Jupiter's right around the moon. But really neat picture. Thank you very much for that. And just wow. That's all you can say with that one. With the sunrise coming up, sun's going to be coming up in about half an hour, 35 minutes or so. All right, 73 and 51 are the average normal temperatures right now. So we're starting off below the low temperature, but we're going to end up above the average high temperature. And then by next Friday, we lose about 2-3 degrees on each end of the scale. Thanksgiving Day, 69-47, and the average first freeze is the last day of November, although the way things are looking right now, I don't think we're going to be seeing that. 47 here in town, 37 Bernie Stage, 38 up the road in Kerrville and Comfort. Humidity, of course, remains very low, and again, that's why we are on the cool side of things, and then we're going to warm up quite a bit. And then we've got some pretty dry air upstairs in the atmosphere, and this flow coming in here out of the north. We're going to get another kind of reinforcing shot of the coolish and drier air coming in here later on tonight for tomorrow. 73 again at noon, so that's the normal high temperature, and then we're going to be about 4 or 5 above that. Plenty of sunshine, an absolutely spectacular day. It'll cool off quickly though tonight, and then get down to 45 tomorrow. We get that sort of secondary reinforcing shot of cool dry air, which is going to keep us at 69 tomorrow, and then 45 again Sunday morning. Beautiful weekend. Next week though, it's going to be warm. 80 for high temperatures, 60 approximately for low temperatures, a little more humidity.
But we've been so spoiled.
I know.
It's been nice.
I know. We wanted to last.
We'll see. Thanks,
623, about 47 degrees.
And the UTSA Roadrunners are having their best football season in school history, and they'll look to stay perfect on the season this weekend. We're going to have a preview of their game on Saturday.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, the UTSA Roadrunners will look to extend their win streak when they host the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. Roadrunners have had an incredible season so far, and they'll look to make it 10-0. Let's fill up the dome tomorrow. That game's set for tomorrow afternoon at 2:30. Good luck, UTSA.
Yes, good luck. Very exciting season. Time now, 6:26 and about 47 degrees out there.
Still ahead on GMSA, latest on a Northside motorcycle crash that left one man dead. Jonathan Cotto is live with details.
And a quick check of the roads with TransGuide there, looking at Highway 281 at Hildebrand. Things are looking good there, but we will be checking in with our Stephen Cavazos after the break.
San Antonio police investigating a crash that's left one man dead. New details coming up next.
And the Spurs have a date with the Mavs tonight. Let's hope it goes well. We have a preview of the I-35 rivalry.
If you're just now rising, we are starting to see some shining out there. The sunrise is working on it. It's going to warm up later on, but right now, very chilly, 47 at San Antonio International Airport. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. That would be November 12th.
Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. Yeah, it looks beautiful out there, but don't be fooled. Again, your screen says 47. Pay attention to that right now.
Where are we at temperature-wise in places like Bernie and Kerrville this morning, Mike?
Subtract 10.
Wow.
Always a good rule of thumb, about 10 degrees lower in the hill country. Then it's going to warm up. I mean, throughout the morning, you're probably going to be able to watch the thermometer just go up by sort of leaps and bounds. Lots of clear skies. Sun's going to be coming up in, about, 25 minutes or so. Yeah, just a gorgeous start this morning. And the temperature, yep, it's about 6 degrees, 5-6 degrees below normal as of right now. And thanks to that very dry air with dew points down in the low 40s, light breeze out there, obviously clear skies. Mold is on the low side. And yeah, it's just fantastic. Clear, cold, a gorgeous day today. We are going to be on the warm side of things. So normal average high is 73. We're going to be in the upper 70s later on today, and then it cools off very quickly. As a matter of fact, we get sort of a reinforcing shot of cooler and drier air. So we'll only stay in the upper 60s tomorrow, but it's going to be another just picture perfect prize winning sort of a day. Sunday is going to be fantastic as well. Cool start. We'll be back up into the 70s later on Sunday, and then it's going to get a little warmer next week. Humidity is going to start to come back in here, and we're going to have both the high and the low temperatures on the warm side. But we'll worry about that when it gets here. Let's just enjoy this fantastic weekend. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic authorities, Stephen Cavazos, what's the latest, sir?
Good morning, Mike. Well, for Friday morning, things are looking like they're moving pretty smoothly. From these shots at TransGuide, let's take a closer look. There's 281 at Hildebrand, 90 at 35. Looks like the sun is peeking out there, but as Mike said, we can expect that a little bit later on this morning. 281 281 at San Pedro does show some light traffic in that area. Just be on the lookout because we do have a crash that came on here off Loop 410 eastbound at Morrison Road. It looks like our map just picked it up right there and behind that icon. So watch out for that. With morning rush here, that could cause some issues for your drive time. Let's go ahead and take a look over here. Not too far, a stall detected on those eastbound lanes of 410 at Somerset Road. And that's what we've really been seeing throughout the morning. This stall still looks like it just cleared from 1604 southbound at Culebra Road. Just saw the TransGuide cameras, but something that has not cleared is that little stretch of orange that indicates some traffic that is building in that area. So watch out for that. Pat your patience this morning. But good news is, silver lining is, it's great across the board if you're traveling to San Antonio here in the next few moments from any of our neighboring communities. So no need to rush out the door. Enjoy the drive time this morning. We're going to continue to keep our eyes on the road, but as always, keep your eyes on the road as well. Mark, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, one man is dead after a crash on the north side of town.
Jonathan Cotto is following this story, joins us live with details. Jonathan, what could you tell us about the victim?
Mark, I spoke with a medical examiner just a couple of hours ago. We've learned the name of that victim, and he has been identified as 20-year-old Caleb Krachunas. Here's a look at what that scene looked like yesterday evening. San Antonio Police Department responding to this intersection on Braesview and Northwest Military shortly after 6 p.m. Police say a driver of a pickup truck was making a turn into the intersection when he hit Krachunas, who was on a motorcycle from behind. That's when Krachunas was thrown off the bike. We're told he died at the scene. Now, Mark, Stephanie, the driver of that truck, did stop. He's not facing any charges. They're calling this case an unfortunate situation. Now, early reports suggest there's nothing criminal about this crash, but of course the crash is remaining under investigation. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
We now know the name of a woman killed in a motorcycle crash on the northeast side. That woman, 31-year-old Emerald Model, and that's according to the Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office. San Antonio police say Model was on a motorcycle Wednesday night near O'Connor and Wurzbach Parkway when she swerved to avoid a vehicle that cut her off. She then hit a truck and crashed. When she got up, she was struck and killed by another vehicle. That driver took off. So far, no arrests have been made.
And now to the latest on the tragedy at Asteroid. The 22-year-old Texas A&M student who was severely injured at that festival has died. That's according to the family's attorney.
The death toll in the incident now at 9, and a 9-year-old boy is still in a medically induced coma. More than 500 officers were working the festival, but it's still unclear how many private security personnel were inside the event.
And meanwhile, a San Antonio attorney says he's working hundreds of lawsuits involving the deadly incident. As of right now, Thomas J. Henry says his firm is representing nearly 250 people. That number is expected to jump up to at least 300 today.
Henry says he has clients from San Antonio, throughout Texas, and even other states. The firm began filing individual suits Sunday morning against Travis Scott, Drake, Live Nation, Apple Music, and about 20 other people and organizations.
And later today at noon, we are expecting to hear from another attorney representing San Antonio and South Texas victims injured at the festival.
That new Texas abortion law complicating things for a San Antonio-based group. The group offers reproductive health education and assistance to asylum-seeking and undocumented women seeking information about abortions. Under Senate Bill 8, if that education or assistance is perceived as helping a person get an abortion, private citizens can sue them for up to $10,000. You can read more about this story over at KSAT.com.
This morning, a mother breathing a sigh of relief after her 1-year-old son was found safe 36 hours after being abducted.
Speechless. I'm ecstatic right now.
Blaze Barnett's mother says he was in her SUV as she unloaded groceries around 1 a.m. Wednesday morning in Clarkston, Georgia. She says someone jumped into the unlocked vehicle and drove off with Blaze still in his car seat. The SUV was found later that day, but the baby and the car seat were gone.
I've never been away from him like this, where it's like, I don't know where he's at. So I'm hurt.
But on Thursday afternoon, Blaze was found. Cameras capturing the moment authorities removed him from this home less than a mile away from where he was taken. A woman at the home says she found the child inside a car in her driveway and then called 911. Authorities say they don't know how long the baby was inside the car or who put him there.
We've all been looking and praying that this baby was all right. Thank God.
A short time later, Blaze reunited with his mother as family members cheered them on.
I'm feeling great, guys. Speechless.
Monaco Sarabdi, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home, help a child in need by donating a new pair of shoes to any San Antonio Police Department substation.
It's part of our Share the Shoes drive, and we have teamed up with the San Antonio Police Department again to try and gather as many shoes as possible for children in need. We are looking for shoes of all sizes. Now, this is from toddlers to teenagers.
All the shoes donated will benefit the local nonprofit Good Samaritan Community Services next month, just in time for the holidays. You can make a donation through November 30th.
And time now, 6:37, and it's about 47 degrees out there. Still ahead on GMSA, we're going to tell you about a fun sport you might not know about that became pretty popular during the pandemic.
We'll get to that story in a matter of minutes. But first, Silver and Black back in action tonight. The Dallas Mavericks in town. Just last week, the Spurs lost by 1 to Dallas. You can bet they'll be ready to redeem themselves tonight. And so the I-35 rivalry continues at 7:30 at the AT&T Center. Spurs also coming off a big win against Sacramento. Hopefully they can keep that momentum going tonight.
And welcome back at 6:41. So have you ever been walking in your neighborhood and seen a basket with chains on it and you wondered what it was?
It's actually a disc golf basket, and that sport has really taken off in the past year and a half across the country and locally after the start of the pandemic.
Sarah Costa spoke with local disc golf professionals and one of the biggest names in the sport about how it's taken off.
I think that it's just been an insane explosion of growth.
That's Jonathan Gomez. He is one of the biggest names in disc golf, not known for playing, but the founder of Jomez Pro. Jomez Pro is a multimedia platform that covers all things disc golf. Some professional disc golfers have called it the voice of disc golf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
He has been riding the disc golf wave since the early 2000s, but he says since the start of the pandemic, disc golf has taken off across the country.
It just kind of worked out that people needed something to do outside.
He says fans started following more players on the professional tour. More people have been discovering the number of courses already in place at local parks. Just in our area, from Floresville to San Marcos, there are 49 disc golf courses, according to the UDisc app. Gomez attributes that to how inexpensive courses are for municipalities to install in parks.
It is significantly lower, if not like exponentially lower than what a baseball field or a tennis court would cost, because in almost every instance, you're using an existing park.
It's also inexpensive for players. It just takes a couple of low-cost discs that you can buy at a sporting goods store, and playing at your local park doesn't require fees or reservations.
We used to know all the locals, and to see all these new faces and new people out playing, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to see how far the sport has came in just 2 years.
Mason Ford is a professional disc golfer based in San Antonio. His girlfriend, Valerie Mandujano, also plays on the pro circuit. When not traveling for tournaments across the country during the professional season, they practice daily at one of the 3 courses in Live Oak or Universal City.
Overall, everything's just grown and blown up in disc golf. You know, you even stop at some gas stations and you see some disc on the shelf that you're able to buy. So I feel like just the sport alone is just exploded.
And Ford's advice for first-time players?
Oh, she got it.
Don't take it too serious. Just have fun, enjoy yourself. Bring a handful of people, friends, family, who you can go and enjoy it with.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
I think I've seen those baskets probably since my college days, but that makes it look really, really fun.
Especially the complicated throws there.
Well, they have that tracking shot. It's like golf.
Yeah.
It's hard to kind of keep an eye on where the disc is. Let's see where traffic is right now at 6:44. Stephen?
Good morning, everybody. Well, Friday morning looks like it's been off to a little bit of a bumpy start. Loop 410 in Morrison is the shot we're looking at this morning. You can see some flashing lights out in the distance as the sun is coming up there. Some vehicles traveling through that area. A crash detected, so watch out for that. Let's bring you to the map because that's right there in those eastbound lanes at Morrison. But jumping over here, we still have that stall off Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset Road and taking a jump up here. This stall has cleared out, but we're still seeing somewhat of a buildup in those southbound lanes of 1604 right at Culebra. A jump right over here does show another crash off Loop 410 eastbound at Ingram Road. Like I said, Friday morning is shaping up to be a busy morning, so hopefully people will take it easy out there as they drive off into their weekend. One last shot at this look at TransGuide. Just make sure, again, you follow the rules of the road. Checking with Mike. Oh,
still thinking about that guy's shot.
Yeah.
I know. That was kind of crazy.
Was that blind luck, or was that just?
I don't. Well, there was a crowd, so I'm guessing he had skill.
That was like 100% skill.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, hey, great pick. Another shot from their visit to Garner State Park yesterday. Absolutely gorgeous. How pretty is that?
The Frio River is beautiful any time of year.
True.
Yeah, and you know, can you imagine just sitting right there and not doing nothing?
Do we have a fishing pole or not?
Either way.
If you could.
Cool. Okay.
Leave the phone in your car and just sit and enjoy it. Great weekend again to drive out to the hill country and enjoy that. All right, beautiful sunrise on tap. It's going to be coming up in about 10 minutes or so. 47 in town, 43 Helotes, 47 Port SA. 37 then heading out to I-10 out toward Comfort and Kerrville. 49 right now at Canyon Lake. And again, really dry air. And this is the kind of the whole foundation to our weather, if you will, because the dry air doesn't hold the heat in and then it heats up very quickly. And so that's why we're going to be seeing temperatures go on the above normal side after starting off below normal. Dry air remains in place. Then we get this reinforcing shot of dry air coming in later on tonight. And so that means it's going to be even cooler tomorrow morning. And it's also a little bit of cooler air too. So we will stay in the upper 60s tomorrow as opposed to 70s. And then Sunday is going to be another fantastic day. However, Sunday, then we'll start to see, it's not going to be humid necessarily, but we'll start to see the humidity kind of come back into the picture with these dew points going up throughout the day on Sunday. And then by first of next week, we're going to have more humidity around here. And since you can't drop down below what dew points are, when those dew points are hanging in the upper 50s and 60s, that's what our low temperature is going to be then next week, in the upper 50s and even some low 60s. So satellite picture, nothing around here. And as a matter of fact, our weather is really thanks to this huge storm system up there right around the Great Lakes. That's what pulled the front through here yesterday. And then that's what's going to be kind of pushing that next front reinforcing shot of cool, dry air through overnight tonight. So the forecast today. Open up, not this morning, open up the windows, but later on today, open up the windows. 73 degrees at noon, so that's the normal high temperature. Then we top off at 77 with plenty of sunshine. But boy, make sure when you take your coat off, you keep it handy because you will need it tonight if you're heading to a game or something, because it's going to cool off really quickly. We get that reinforcing shot, another sort of front moving on through here tonight. So we'll be down to 45 tomorrow, 69 for a high temperature. Fantastic overall this weekend. I mean, again, go hang out at Garner State Park and just sit there and enjoy it. Go out in your backyard, just sit there and enjoy it.
We will take advantage of all of that, Mike, while we can.
Thank you, sir. 647, 47 degrees.
And it's been a red hot seller's market, but things could be cooling now that we're in the winter months, with traditionally less people looking to buy. Tomorrow on GMSA, some tips for increasing your chances to sell your home in the winter.
Easy sell for Mother Nature this morning as far as sunrises go. It's been a beautiful start, although it's kind of taking on a milky shade right now. You're waking up on a Friday with GMSA.
Why hide your skin if Dupixent has your moderate to severe eczema or atopic dermatitis under control?
Hide my skin? Not me.
By hitting eczema where it counts, Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, keeping you one step ahead of eczema. And that means long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief for adults.
Hide my skin? Not me.
By helping to control eczema with Dupixent, you can show more with less eczema. Don't use if you're allergic to Dupixent. Serious allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis, which is severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, or a parasitic infection. If you take asthma medicines, don't change or stop them without talking to your doctor. When you help heal your skin from within, you can change how your skin looks and feels. And that's the kind of change you notice. Talk to your eczema specialist about Dupixent, a breakthrough eczema treatment.
We're going to break for the weekend at this point.
The defense resting its case in the trial of Kenosha gunman Kyle Rittenhouse Thursday. Lawyers for the 18-year-old calling their final witnesses in an effort to support Rittenhouse's claim that he acted in self-defense when he shot 3 people in August of 2020, killing 2 of them. Those defense witnesses included right-wing media commentator Drew Hernandez. Hernandez, who shot video of the protests, described victim Joseph Rosenbaum as an aggressor.
Rosenbaum is already charging Kyle from behind. Hear it and saw it in real time. Rosenbaum is lunging towards him very clearly.
The prosecution, though, indicating that Hernandez may be biased in this case.
Have you ever posted anything on social media?
Yes.
In support of Kyle Rittenhouse?
One could argue yes.
The prosecutor also implying that the judge has been applying a double standard about admissible evidence.
I think it's a fundamental fairness issue, Your Honor.
All right, say what you want to say.
If I'm being held to obey the court's orders, I'm asking that the defense be held to that too.
The judge defending his handling of the case and again coming down on the prosecution.
I was talking yesterday about the Constitution of the United States. That's not what we're talking about here today.
With witness testimony complete, the jury could start deliberations Monday after closing arguments. If convicted of the most serious charge, first-degree intentional homicide, Rittenhouse faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
One man is dead after a crash on the north side of town. Good morning. I'm Jonathan Cotto. Just a couple of hours ago, I spoke to the medical examiner, and we learned that victim has been identified as 20-year-old Caleb Kruchunas. San Antonio police responded to this intersection on Braceview and Northwest Military shortly after 6 p.m. Police say a driver of a pickup truck was making a turn into the intersection when he hit Kruchunas, who was on a motorcycle from behind. That's when Kruchunas was thrown off the bike. We're told he died at the scene. Now, the driver of that truck did stop. He is not facing any charges. Authorities are calling this an unfortunate situation, and early reports don't suggest anything criminal about this case. The crash remains under investigation. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
Coming up on GMSA at 9, the Riverwalk about to shine bright for the holidays as 100,000 lights will be turned on today.
Tiffany Huertas will be live to talk about how the city is preparing, plus a look at the history of what makes the lighting so special.
So be sure to tune in today for GMSA at 9.
And real quick, just wanted to wish my mom a happy birthday. She'll be 79 years young this weekend.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
Love you to the moon and back. And for now, let's go ahead and check in with Stephen Cavazos.
Happy birthday to your mom, Steph.
Thank you.
Well, things are looking pretty busy on the roadways right now. 1604. Maybe your mom didn't wish for this for her birthday, but we have a lot of incidents out there that are causing some delays. Nothing too major, but a crash there off 1604 eastbound at Wiseman Boulevard. You can see that build up there off 1604. As we take a jump around town, we continue to see some issues out there. Loop 410 eastbound at Morrison Road. Looks like that crash could be clearing out. A stall also wrapping up there off Loop 410 eastbound at Somerset that had been there for quite a while. Morning pretty busy. Traffic is picking up, but that's usual around this time. Let's go ahead and check in with Mike for the forecast.
It is an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous start to this day. Just lots of clear skies out there. You can see the sun just peeking over the horizon. 47 in town, 37s in the hill country, and just a glorious day today. 77. Take a jacket tonight. It's going to be kind of chilly as well as tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, come out to the quarry tomorrow evening. Steph and I are going to be out there welcoming the man himself.
Yes, the man in the red suit.
Yep.
You guys have fun out there at the quarry market.
Looking forward to it. You guys have a great day.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for GMSA at 9.